Hello everyone, this is Anne from Lolli and Grace, and welcome to this tutorial for the Palestrina stitch. The Palestrina stitch creates a line with knots along it. So it's a knotted line, but it also, on either side of each of those knots, is a little branch or little arms. Here is the Palestrina stitch used on the outline of this shape right here. So you can see how it makes a knotted line like this. And make sure you watch until the end of this video because I'm going to give you some hints about how to make it successful so it's not too complicated for you. You can work the Palestrina stitch vertically like I have here. You can work it horizontally from left to right, whatever makes sense to you. I prefer to work it vertically like this and work starting at the top, working towards me. So the first thing you're going to do is come up, and then you're going to make sure the thread is above your working area. Drop down just a little bit, come to the side of the line, go down and come straight across on the opposite side of the line. Come up, pull that needle through, and now you have this little angled stitch. This feels a little strange because it's not along the line, but I promise it'll all work out. Now take your needle, come back underneath that angled stitch across, making sure that this thread is below here. And now when I pull that, I'm going to have two little arms. See that little Y shape right there? I'm going to put the needle through the right side, this right arm. Underneath that one, I'm going to make sure that the needle goes over the working thread, pull it through, and then when I pull that little knot, it pulls the line straight down the center again. So now I have a little branch on this side and a little branch on this side, or two little arms. To continue, do the same thing. Make sure the thread is above your working line. Drop down. On the right side of the line, go in, straight across. On the other side of the line, pull the needle through. Now I have that same angled stitch, making sure that this thread is down. Go underneath that arm. Now I have my two little arms again, making sure that the thread is down again. I will go through just the right arm, over the working thread, pull it through, and now that little knot forms in the center. One more time, and this time you can vary what this looks like by how long you make these arms. So this time I'm going to, again, put the thread above. Now I'm going to come way out on the side and come up on the other side, equal distance away from the line. I'm going to do it even more. So that's really long. My thread's above, pull the needle through. Now I have a really long, extreme angle right there, making sure this thread is down. Come under that arm, pull it across, go through the right arm and over the working thread. And that little knot forms in the center. And now you can see where these arms were short, these little branches, this one's really long. I can go back and make another one that is short again. There's my right arm. Make sure this thread is down. Under that arm. There's the right side. Through the right side, over the working thread, and there's my knot again. So as you can see, it's really pretty simple in the sense that you're always going through that right arm. The most confusing thing about this stitch, I think, is where to put the thread, if it's above or below. So when I do this stitch, I constantly repeat to myself, when I start, thread above, in, out, pull, thread below, through, thread below again, through the arm, over the thread, and pull. Thread above, in, out, through the right, or thread below, through the right arm, thread below, through the right arm, and over the working thread. Repeating that to myself over and over is what helps me get the thread in the right place, because when I first started doing this, I was messing it up and I couldn't figure out why. And the reason was because I was going over the thread when I shouldn't, or under the thread when I shouldn't. Does that make sense? So that's the little repeated instructions I say to myself each time I do this stitch, and it comes out correct every single time. So thank you for joining me for this tutorial. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.